Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me in the world. My name is Ms. Keys, your favorite fashion illustrator. So today we'll be learning how to draw the skeletal part of the croquis. Yes, this is what you'll be learning today. So stay with me till the end to learn this. So let's get started. So if you are using your A4 paper, you fold your A4 paper into two. Okay. And then you create like a crease line. But if you are using an A4 a sketchbook, then all you need to do is just to find the mid of the paper and then you draw your straight line. You can see I have my own tools here, a well sharpened pencil, my ruler, and my eraser is also near me in case I make a mistake. So I'll try as much as possible to I'm trying to make my lines very visible to you. But please, if you are doing yours, make your lines as faint as possible. So for our illustration, I told us to be using the inches part and the cm part. So before you start your croquis, you need to create a starting point. So your starting point is ½ inch above your paper. Your starting point is what, ½ inch above your paper. So I'm trying to roll and then I'll roll it across so that I can get a straight line, because we work with balance here. Your rolling has to be straight. So I will label this word starting point, SPT. So after the starting point, I told us we'll be working with a 10-edge croquis. So instead of me rolling out equal lines of 1 inch, here you get the 10 edge, which might later confuse you. So I'll just be giving you the measurement for the neck, the shoulder, the this and that. Here you get, just to simplify it better. So from the starting point, I'll be marking 1 inch down, which will serve as the edge of the croquis. The edge of the croquis is 1 inch down. So then I'll roll it across. I'll label that with egg. So then from the edge, on the head, I'll measure 1 cm on both sides. 1 cm on both sides. So I'll do that here and I'll do that here. I'll come down here and also mark 1 cm on both sides. I told us like that when we are doing our croquis, be working with shapes and lines. You see our first line, which is a crease line that we draw. The second line, which is the horizontal line. While now, by the time we connect this together, you see, by the time we connect this, we have what? A square. Can you see? Then now, from the edge, if you notice when I'm doing my markings, I just start at the tip of the ruler here. I'm starting from the calibration of point O for my measurement. So from the edge, I'll measure what? 0.7 cm down. 0.7 cm down. I'll roll that across and I'll label that what? The neck from the head. So from here, at down part of the head there, I'll measure what? 0.3 cm. Sorry, I mean 0.4 cm on both sides. 0.4 cm on both sides. I will do that at the down part of on the edge and the neckline. See? And then I will roll that and label that. See? So from here to here, I did what? 1 inch. Let me write it out so that you can understand better. While from here to here is what? 0.7 cm. So from the neck there, I will also measure another what? 0.7 cm, and I'll label that what? The 1 2 7, and I'll label that the shoulder. shoulder. On the shoulder, I'll be measuring what, 2 cm on both sides. 2 cm on both sides. Then I'll connect it to the middle of the neck. The middle of the neck. Not here, but the middle line here. So you can see that this forms what, triangle shape. You know, I guess you're working with shapes, and now it's not well connected. So okay, so there we have it. Then now you can see that it's simple. Then from the shoulder now, I'll come down by what, 3.8 cm. 0, 1, 2, 3, 3.8 cm. I'll rule that across, and I'll label that what, the bust. I'll come down from the bust, and I'll measure half an inch. I'm so sorry. From the shoulder, I'm measuring down half an inch. Half an inch, and I'll rule that across, and I'll label that what, the bust. Then from the bust, I'll come down by what, 3/8 of an inch, and I'll rule that, and I'll label that there on the bust. On the bust. Let me take it again. From the shoulder, I'll come down by what, half an inch, and I'll label that the bust. While from the bust, I'll come down by what, 3/8 inch, and I'll label that on the bust. So you see this 2 cm that I measure on both sides on the shoulder, I'll also take it down. I'll take that line down to the what, on the bust line. This will help to serve as a guideline to drawing the bust. Okay, but make this line as faint as possible, as faint as possible. So from the shoulder again, from the shoulder line, okay, I'll come down by what, 1.5 inch. So I'll rule that across, and I'll rule that across, and I'll label that the waist. The what? The waist. Then on the waistline, I'll be measuring what, 1.3 cm on both sides. 1.3 cm on both sides. Okay, hope you are still following me. Then from the waist, I'll come down by what, 1 inch from the waist, and I'll label that what, the hip. Hope you're not confused, just follow me. I'll measure that, I'll label that the hip. This line seems small, doesn't look straight to me. From here to here is 1 inch, and from here to here is 1 inch. Okay, so here we go. Please make your lines straight. Okay, so on the, from the shoulder here, I'll connect it to the middle point of the hip. Can you see? So we are having like what, an inverted triangle there. While on the hip, I'll be measuring what, 2.5 cm for the hip. Note, we are taking it from the middle line so that we can mark it on both sides. Okay, so can you see? So I'll connect here to here, the waist to the hip. Hope you're still following. Yeah. So from the hip, I'll take it down. From the hip now, I'll come down by what? 2.5 cm. 2.5 cm. I'll rule that across and label that what? After hip, what do we have? That is what? The knee. The knee. Okay, so on the knee, please pay attention. On the knee, I will mark 0.3 cm on both sides. 1, 2, 3. 0.3 here, and then 0.3 here. Okay, 0.3 here, 0.3 here. So look at what I will do again. So from this is 0.3, I will mark what? 0.7 here. From this 0.3 here to I'll mark what? 0.7 cm. You know what I first did was I measured what? 0.3 cm on both sides. Then from the 0.3 I measured what? 0.7 cm. Then from this 0.3 at the right side, so I measure what? 0.7 cm. So we come back to our hip line and then we come down by 0.7 cm to mark our crouch. You know we all have a crouch. So I'll connect this part too. So then from the knee I'll come down by another 2.5 another 2.5 inch. I will rule that across and I'll label that the what? The ankle. So what I did at the knee, I'll also be doing that on the ankle by measuring 0.3 cm. 3 and then 0.7 cm. So 0.3 and then 0.7. So I'll connect that. I'll connect it to the knee. So I'll take that again. I measure 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches down here too. That's 2.5 inches. And then I measure what? 0.3 cm, then 0.7 cm, then I connected it. So what I'll be doing now is from the ankle I will measure downwards 1 inch. From the ankle I'll measure down 1 inch and I will label that what? The feet. And then this last part here I'll write for the end point. You know we have the starting point and then we're having the end point. So at the feet I'll be measuring 1 cm on both sides. At the feet I'll be measuring 1 cm on both sides. And then so what I'm going to do, this is 0.7, I'll connect it to the 1 cm. I'll do that too at the right side. But you see this is 0.3, I'm connecting it to the middle line. Hope you understand now. Connecting it to the middle line and then I have it this way. So you see that we have a human body, a human form. So what is left now is what? The bust and the hand. So to do the bust, please pay attention. It's very simple. The shape we are trying to do for the bust is this shape. Okay, this is the shape. So this is how to get it. You can see that it's not you. You can see the way it forms. So on this is the shape we want to achieve for the bust. So to get that, I'll come here. This line, you know, I told us it should help us, it should guide us in knowing how to shape the bust. So I'll do like a slant line to get to this triangle that's coming to the hip line. So I'll draw like a curve. Make sure your curve is a bit out away from this straight line. Like you see. So don't let it get to the under bust. If not, it will flatten it out. So can you see? it's a bit above the underbust. Can you see that it's very simple? So I'll begin this hand too. I'll raise it up to get to the triangle line. Then I'll draw a curve here. If you know it will not be comfortable, you can always move your paper. Can you see? You can see that I'm shifting my paper so that I can achieve a perfect curve to there. Can you see? Simple, right? So from here, I'll be measuring 1.2 cm for the second hand. Now we are moving to the hand. So 1.2 cm, I'll mark it and draw what? A circle. I'll also come here from this 1.3 that we mark on the waistline. On the waistline place. So I'll also measure what? 1.2 cm. And then I'll draw my second circle. You know, we draw the first circle on the shoulder. So I've done the second circle. While on the hip line, that is where we'll be drawing the second circle. This second circle serves as what? The elbow. While this one at the hip, I'll be measuring what? 0.3 cm away from the hip on both sides this way too. And then I'll draw the third circle, which will serve as the wrist. So I'll connect this one. Okay, so here I'm connecting this one here. Okay, can you see? I'm connecting from the bust to here. Okay, and then I'll connect it. So I'll move this circle. Do you understand the logic now? I'll move this circle here so that I'll be able to connect this outer one. This one will help. It's a guide your circle. Can you see? So I'll do the same here. I'll connect this bust one outward to this circle, and then you see, connecting it to the inner there. While this outer circle here, I'll connect it to the outer circle here, and then I'll shift back this circle here. So so there we have it. So the next thing is what? We want to draw the hand, this hand. Okay, that's what we want to draw. So this is how it will look. You know, we have this circle as the wrist. Okay, now come here. Okay, and draw like a slant here, a slant coming down and down. But this one will be what? Longer than this. Then I'll connect with a curve this way. So that's what we'll be doing here too. So I'll do a slant to the crouch line. Okay, and then a slant to the crouch line, and then I'll come this way. The one closer to the hip will be shorter, while the one far away from the hip will be longer. So I'll take my curve this way. Can you see? And then I'll curve it out this way. So I'll do the same here too. Draw my slant line to the hip, and then here will be shorter because here is closer to, but I'll make sure I use my eyes to gauge. The line has to be the same. I'll still use my eyes, and then I told us about balance. What you have there has to be there. Okay, so the last thing, second to the last thing, to just connect this one to the bust. So see the way I'll do the connection. Okay, to somewhere around the bust here. I won't let it get to the line that is coming to the elbow. Can you see? So I'll do the same thing here. Then at the feet, which is the last thing, all I need to do is just to raise the feet up a bit with a slant line to give it that standing effect as if it's standing on its toe. So with this, we've come to the end of today's class. So if you find this helpful, you know what to do. But if you have any question, I'll be glad to take your question. You can see that it's very simple and straightforward. So have a wonderful day. Bye bye.